If you saw today's chapter, you already know. Little Caesar, he plays a little bit of Minecraft. If you see the end, you know Little Caesar plays a little Minecraft. But anyway, this is your boy Mean, and this time we're reviewing One Piece chapter something, something, something. Look at the title. And welcome to the channel where anime and manga means more. Let's get into this. So Law wants to show a form in the alliance, but Luffy isn't too sure until he finds out which Yonko they're going after. And that kind of indicated to me that they were going after Big Mom, because Luffy, the way Luffy looked, it might have looked like it was Shanks because he was so happy, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if they said Shanks, then I would think that Nami would be a little more relaxed. Like, wait, hold on, why are you going after him? You know what I'm saying? That kind of reaction. She had a reaction like, what? You know, and the same reaction when they found out Big Mom was gunning for him. And it might be Kaido, but because, you know, he's a new guy, mysterious, we don't know what's going on with him. But I doubt it. I mean, Big Mom seems to be the perfect one. Usopp, Nami, Chopper, they seem a little bit, you know, a little bit more than concerned about the situation. But Robin, she's down with it, but she says, I think Law might flip. And Luffy just says, okay. He said, I'll handle that right now. He goes and just acts, just flat out, just says, are you going to turn on us? And then Law's like, nah. And Usopp's like, are you serious? Are you serious right now? So then Law, he tries to switch everybody back. But the funny thing about it is this. Chopper gets switched back, and he's supposed to be the doctor. That's what had me laughing. He's supposed to be the doctor. He's all broken up. So that had me laughing. And Frank was like, I'm so happy to be back in my body after what Frankie did to Chopper. And then Frankie sat there, he blamed Luffy. He's like, Luffy, you the one who did that, so you went overboard. And then Chopper like, man, it's both of you guys' fault. So but that had me laughing. Okay, then the second thing that was funny was this. Frankie's body, Nami's body isn't there. So you know what happened? Nami is inside of Sanji's body right now. And Sanji is inside of Nami's body. I can't wait till they meet up. That's going to be funny, man. Then Law, he also reveals that making giants was the government's goal at some point in time. I already knew that. The government is just so shady. As soon as I see something shady like this happen, like I thought that the government was involved, which it turns out they pretty much kind of are, because they started that program. So that means that maybe Little Caesar, you know, was doing was the one that was heading that project or part of that project, and they kicked him out or whatever, and he's still trying to continue that research or something. But anyway, Luffy and the gang, they said, okay, we can't leave these kids like this. We got to help them out, whatever. Then Luffy said, okay, Law, you want to be down with us? Help us do this, you know, and then I'm down for this alliance. Now, the Straw Hats are killing Law. Killing him. Luffy actually thinks that just alliance just means you're just friends. We're having fun. We're going to have a little playtime or something like that. And Law's like, huh? And he said, all right, I'll go with it. He said everything's going to work out fine. Okay, I'll go with it. Then Usopp ties Chopper to his head because Chopper can't move. They tie him to his head, and he's like, what? So what he does is he hangs him by the antler to his sheath and just holds him like that. He said, I'm not walking around with this thing on my head. Forget that. Everybody bust out laughing at him. He's like, okay, I ain't doing this. Law also goes into detail about how Caesar operates. He goes hard. And you're going to need Haki to deal with him. And this part was one of the best revelations in the video. I mean, not in the video, in the chapter. Luffy reveals which out of the people on the island who has the Haki. Now, we pretty much could have assumed that Law has Haki, which he does. Luffy, we already know. Sanji and Frankie has Haki. Now, we pretty much kind of assumed that. I thought that all the Straw Hats was going to have Haki, you know, at least to some degree. You know what I'm saying? And I still think that it's going to turn out that way. I think that they're all going to have, at some point in time, and I'm not talking about way at the very end of this series, at some point in time, they're all going to have Haki to a certain degree, you know? And which would make sense because Zoro, Sanji, and Luffy all train with people who we can assume have haki. We know Rayleigh has haki. We know, well, we pretty much can assume for it's pretty much a known fact that Mihawk has haki, even though I don't think they actually ever came out right out and said it. And Ivan Koff, we're pretty sure he has haki too. I mean, it's almost certain since Sanji has it now. So now we cut to the next part, and the Marines got into a little squabble with Caesar's goons. And, you know, they're just going at it. I guess they're trying to figure out, you know, stop Caesar, then they're going to try to stop Law. Now that Law switched everybody back, or attempted to, I guess he's going to switch Smoking them back, and it's like, okay, no hard feelings, you know, just such went down. You see that Caesar was behind this. Y'all can go ahead and let me go. And I guess they're going to let him go because he's in Shibukai anyway. You know, now also, Caesar got another trick up his sleeve. He was playing Minecraft too long, and he made this giant slime creature that's killing, you know, even his own men. He's killing some of Caesar's goons, and he don't even have a problem with it at all. He thinks it's cool or whatever. So that's to go to show you how evil this guy is. Like, they really sent him up to be this mad scientist. I thought this chapter was good. We got some foreshadowing to who this Yonko is. I mean, just the reaction Luffy and them had. That's kind of some foreshadowing. We find out finally who on the Straw Hat got haki, and I still think they're all going to get it, because you're not going to survive for so long without haki. Maybe somebody on the crew won't get it, but I'm pretty sure they're all going to have at least one by midway through the not Grand Line, through the New World, you know. And we got some comedy. We got Sanji inside of Nami inside of Sanji is gonna be golden. I can't wait to see that. And this seems like this arc is getting ready to end, and it's turned out to be pretty good. Now people can stop being butthurt about, you know, Fishman Island, which I thought was pretty decent. It started off good, real good actually, and it ended mediocre. But hey, you know, all together, I think it was decent. Now people stop being butthurt. And we're getting ready to move on. I can see that this coming to a head. Now, one thing, though, I want to say is, I think that Law's going to have some problems with the samurai, because you see his face when they brung him up? Did you see his face? So I want to see what their interactions is. And we pretty much know that Zoro and Sanji and them is alive, because it's pretty much confirmed, because Luffy said it, and you know Luffy can sense, you know, life forms and all that kind of stuff with his haki and all that. So he probably can sense Zoro and Sanji and them. That's, you know, because he ain't say, oh, somebody, you know, got killed. So we know they're alive. Anyway, go ahead and leave your comment. Let me know what you think about this this chapter, and who you think that they're going after, you know, Yonko, Emperor wise. And I still think it's a Big Mom. And rate the video, you know, thumbs up, thumbs down, rate the video, and subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.